Hello, all. Welcome back to our unnamed podcast since we aren't creative and can't think of a name. My name is Pokemon, and I'll be hosting this go around. And my co-hosts are Cyri the Samurai, Levi, and Caanths. And today we're going to be focusing on stuff that revolves around Pokemon. And I'm going to be giving them questions, and I'm going to get their insight on said questions. And we're gonna see how this goes. It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be entertaining. So let's get it. All right, we're gonna start with.
As you can see, I'm very prepared for all the
Caanths
visual
is dressed as Ash Ketchum with a beard and
of course.
probably beer.
Caanths. Ashton.
What do you mean drinking probably beer? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? I'll have you know this is Fanta, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. All right, so my first question, boys. I personally haven't played this yet, but I know all three of you have. I want every single one of you guys' take on the Sword and Shield DLC so far.
I actually haven't played it either, so.
Whoa!
Dang.
I'm the only man in an Ash Ketchum outfit hasn't played
Uncultured.
the latest Pokemon
So
game
uncultured.
DLC. Yeah.
And he
I know.
made a tier list involving all Gen 8 legendaries. Like, come on, man.
I know.
Damn.
I just ranked them all basically FT.
Well, then
Yeah.
I'll take Cyri's and Levi's takes because I know they have.
Yes,
You're free. You're free to go. Sorry.
All right, so DLCs, I think they're okay. Like, I think Crown Tundra, or not the Crown Tundra, but Isle of Armor probably should have just been included with the main game, just because of how early you're able to access it, and even like early game dialogue, they don't acknowledge you as a champion until you get your little bear Pokemon, and until after that point. So I feel like that should have been included. Crown Tundra is probably the best DLC, probably the best part of the DLC, and maybe even the whole game. I like the way that honestly the legendaries are included, like the new Galarian forms of Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. I like those and how it kind of utilizes each different area of the wild area. But yeah, I think overall it's fine. I think maybe too long of a wait for each DLC. And also there's still a lot of Pokemon missing, so we'll just kind of honestly I don't
think
know.
it's upsetting that in describing something about Pokemon as big Pokemon fans,
Yeah.
you use the words "it's fine." I think that's the upsetting part. I don't think that there's necessarily a problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like as a person that obviously quite likes Pokemon, and I've not bought the DLC. I've not had the want to.
Same.
Nothing about it I've seen has made me go, "Oh, I need to buy that," because I'm a big fan of Pokemon. It's just like it doesn't grab me. I don't know. What was your opinions on it, Levi?
For me, both of the DLCs ends up in the same room as the main game. Very underwhelming. For me,
True. Any truers in the podcast? Any true?
for me, both of the DLCs came across as cash grabs, which is like, is it fine? Is it wrong by Game Freak to do it? Is this the modern way to make most money when it comes to gaming? I played both DLCs. I dropped both DLCs because I didn't truly enjoy them. Like I tried out the first DLCs, that was just boring. I felt like that was just boring because it was boring. The second DLC was like, hey, it's actually the same DLC as the first one, basically, but this time we've added legendaries. Here you go, boys. Spend some money to get legendaries.
The legendaries, Pog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair though, it's also bigger than the other, the last DLC is a lot bigger. So I mean, I don't know. It does feel a little lazy as well. I think actually that's probably all how you can describe all of Pokemon Sword and Shield and all of its DLC. It's just plain lazy.
Man, it's so sad. It's so sad that's how we're describing it. Like someone that doesn't even want to play it, and then you guys that have played it still feel like that.
Well-
So what's your take on it from a fellow non-player mod?
I always I always just don't like the concept of DLC to begin with, unless the game's been out for years, like what Destiny does, right?
Fair.
So I was gonna ask Samurai and Levi, do you guys truly believe that the DLC that you've played could it have been easily integrated into the game on release?
The first part, yeah. I don't know about the second part, but definitely the first part.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
First part, yeah. The second part feels distant to the second. I feel like the game is like distant. I feel like yeah. So Cyrus gonna completely correct on that matter.
Fair. So what do you do in the DLC apart from like random like what's the selling point in terms of the story that isn't here's Pokemon that already existed?
Yeah, there was one thing I will give the DLC, which could have been added in an update as well, which I give credit to Game Freak for, because Mega Evolutions, they scrapped that, they scrapped C moves, and now it's Dynamax turn. And now I'm really thinking about the future of Pokemon. Are they gonna keep Dynamax or are they gonna drop it? In the second DLC, they dropped the Max Raid Adventures, which was an awesome event you could do. It's like almost cool. Yeah, it is really good. So I hope that it keep on building on Dynamax. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of it, it can really grow on me.
So Levi, to any people that's viewing this or listening that have never heard of a max raid, can you explain what you do exactly in a max raid?
So in a max raid, you don't use your you have a Dynamax den, and you use your own Pokemon to beat a bigger Pokemon, right? This time you have a rental Pokemon, so not your own Pokemon, but randomized Pokemon to go through an adventure of beating three Dynamax Pokemon, and then in the end battling a legendary Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that it becomes way more challenging than normally.
Yeah, I didn't know it was randomized Pokemon. I knew the rest of what you said, but the randomized bit sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was a challenge for me as well.
Add some spicy variety.
As a retired Nuzlocke, that means a lot.
He's unretired now.
Retired.
A lot has changed.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Oh, now we're changing again.
No, after the pod, and he's like full-time FIFA YouTuber. His next stream was of Nuzlocke. It was.
It's so true.
I've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere. All right, so speaking around how it seems like Pokemon's going for a cash grab right now, I feel like it's a good transition into my next question. So, Samurai, you talked to us in the messages about this, and Caanths, you kind of touched on it too, but I want to hear it live. Pokemon Go and home paywall. Is Pokemon now a money grab? Give me your insight. We can start with you, Samurai, since you really wanted to go off on it.
Yeah. So I actually did a little bit of research and actually tried it out today. The Pokemon Go to transferring into Pokemon Home, and basically what it does is like there's this like bar of transfer energy, and the amount of Pokemon you send over will decrease that bar. So say you use up that full bar, it takes a week to replenish. Or you can spend money like $20 for coins to replenish that fully to get it faster. And then if you send like shiny Pokemon or high combat power Pokemon or legendary Pokemon, then the bar will go slower. And if you don't send any of those Pokemon, it basically is like you can send 25 Pokemon just normally to Pokemon Home. Which honestly is like a really big far cry to me from Let's Go, to where like you can transfer like 50 Pokemon to like 10 different parks or 10 different areas in Let's Go. So I don't know where the decision comes from, but yeah, it's definitely turning into a cash grab. I don't know if it's like Game Freak. I don't know if it's Niantic or the Pokemon Company. Like I don't know where the interconnection there is, but I honestly hate it that it's becoming like a cash grab, and then you got these little kids who are like, oh my gosh, this is cool. I want to send my Pokemon home and then to Pokemon Sword and Shield, which so many Pokemon can't even get transferred there to begin with anyway. So I don't know. Oh man, it ticks me off actually.
Is it monthly subscription or do you pay one time?
Even with Pokemon Home, you could. I think you can do yearly, and I think like payment for Pokemon Home is like $2, $3 a month. But then you also have to pay the monthly fee for the Nintendo Live. So Nintendo as a whole is like capitalizing on the cash grab, and it took them forever to even like do payment to pay for online, because like in the DS era it was just free online. But yeah, I think the biggest thing that irritates me with that is like they had Pokemon Bank on the 3DS or on the DS that they could have just easily like upgraded and moved to home, and then they didn't have to like separate that whole, like create a whole separate program and then create a divide.
I thought that was always weird.
But I don't know.
They separated bank and home. Like they already had what home is essentially, and went right now we don't have this. We have this new shiny thing. It's like it's the same thing. Why did they just call it the same thing and just make it so they connect? But money, you know.
I mean, they did do some different stuff with home. Like you can do GTS trades. They brought that back. You can Wonder Trade, like Pokemon. But
but that could have just been like an update in Pokemon Bank.
Yeah, totally. It just could have been Pokemon Bank, and it would have just saved time. But
the craziest part about the Pokemon Go thing, going back to what you were talking about, Samurai. So naturally, it replenishes your like thing. I think in a week. Is that right, Samurai?
Yeah, it takes 7 days for it to replenish on its own without paying.
7 days to replenish, or £20 with $20 to make it replenish on the same day, and a shiny legendary gets rid of all of your like bar thing. So if your bar's empty, you can't transfer anymore for a week. So it's basically one shiny legendary if you got that and you wanted to put that into Sword and Shield every week, or give us $20, you can do it right now. Like if that isn't the biggest, $20. That's what's insane.
That's if it's empty, like completely empty. Like if you used up all your transfer points.
And a shiny legendary uses all of that up. So that's what blows my mind, is that like all they had to do is say, all right, you can replenish it. It refreshes every day, or it costs like $2 to replenish it instantly. And that's not a cash grab, and they'd still make a shed ton of money from that, but it wouldn't be seen as a cash grab. There's no other way to see it as making it the refresh rate a week and then it costing $20 to get a shiny Pokemon in your favorite game. Like it's
Although I think, to be fair as well, like you could, like once the bar slowly does go up, like you can still transfer Pokemon even if it goes up slowly, and then like the more days passes, then the less coins it will like still like it would take. But it's still like on the principle of like, you're asking us to pay you money to transfer our Pokemon from an app to another app to get into a game we paid $90 for, essentially.
It's like every step of the way there's like a transaction that like would be you'd hit a wall unless you're paying for this subscription, and then you hit a wall unless you're paying this subscription. It's just like endless paywalls.
So annoying.
So not a big fan.
And what is sad? And what is sad about this as well? Let's see. Here we go. Upgraded thing.
Upgraded Poggy.
Upgraded Pog.
Nice.
Also, I do not think any other Nintendo game has this structure like at all. If you look at obviously its competitors, when it comes to Nintendo, Zelda, Mario, far away from that structure.
I would say Smash has a very similar structure, but that's like you're paying for a pass to get fighters, and it's not like, I guess you could pay multiple DLC passes or buy them individually, but it's still it's a very similar structure, but it's not as much as what Pokemon does.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't play Smash like that much. I don't think I don't own the most recent one, but I've played in the past. it seems from an outsider's point of view that the like DLC integration for Smash is like been done really, really well. How they like announce a new fighter and you're like, you don't need to pay for this, but it would be epic if you did.
Yeah, totally.
It's like when I saw Joker from Persona 5 jump into the DLC. Take my money.
That was pretty dope.
When the Pokemon game trailer announced, I don't know, DLCs, I don't know if I want to pay for this. Yeah.
Before we continue on, Mod, you're out of focus.
I'm out of focus?
Yeah.
Oh, I just assumed it was my end being blurry and.
I don't even know how to fix that in Zoom.
Oh.
How do I fix that in Zoom?
Is your camera, like, your camera function on autofocus, or like the webcam itself?
Just doesn't like you, clearly.
See. Advanced. It is on. It doesn't say. Because on my screen, it's not out of focus.
Oh. Well, then we'll just cut that part out. Because if it's out of focus on our end, but it's not on your end, then I think we're fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So getting into a more fun topic, I guess we could say.
Less rage.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
Did something die?
Yeah, the cat just opened my door. Which remake?
Oh wait, whoa! We can't gloss over that. You can't gloss
Patricia.
over what just happened.
My cat just opened my door.
Yo,
That's
as
a
in
smart
like
cat.
turned the handle.
No, like she just pushes on the door and it opens. It's not a strong door, but like it's still.
Oh, you
Patricia
made that
Williams.
sound like she was a superhero.
Patricia Williams, are you here?
I've seen her try to do that, but nah, she can't. Yeah.
Patricia Williams, are you?
All right. Anyway,
Give us a sign.
which remake do you think is the most possible for a next remake game of Pokemon?
Which would we prefer, or what do we expect is going to happen?
Prefer and expect. Let's do both.
Okay.
So let's start with expect.
I'm expecting Let's Go to Johto. I feel like no one wants it. I mean, I would enjoy it, but like not as much as obviously Gen 4 remakes. But I can see it happening, and everyone's just gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Johto, like, kind of. Did they already do one with Heart Gold though and Soul Silver?
Well, so they did Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Oh,
so
I
people
see what you're
think
saying.
they're gonna do
Okay.
a sequel to that. Let's Go 2 with a.
Oh,
number
Let's
2,
Go to Johto. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
see, it's
I
big
see.
brain.
Oh. Okay.
I thought they were going to announce that like months ago when they did this random. They announced they were doing a Pokemon Direct, and it was to release their League of Legends clone. And I got all hyped, and I thought they were doing Let's Go to Johto, and I made I was like, I'm gonna live stream my reaction, and I made a YouTube thumbnail of Let's Go to Johto, and I was ready to. I'd put like the text saying release date, and I was gonna fill that in with when the release date was gonna be. And shit. I was ready for it, and then it was.
never happened.
I still believe you should have made a YouTube video just like doing that, but like with a big circle and an X across it, and like show your face like all disappointed.
I mean, yeah, it would have been like 2 or 3 minutes of me just getting annoyed at Nintendo, though. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been an alright video. Who knows?
Yeah. I think for me, the most likely remake is Sinnoh. Like, I think that with the max raid battles, like, I think that just, I don't know, it goes really well into the underground of Sinnoh. So I can really see that being integrated.
Ooh, that is true. That would
yeah.
be well cool, wouldn't it? Like digging underground in Sinnoh and finding a max raid. That would be sick.
Yeah.
I don't know how, like, canonically that works, but it sounds epic to me.
Yeah, because otherwise I don't know how the underground would work with today's Pokemon. Like, I just don't know if it would work.
Yeah.
You definitely have to change something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Levi? Which do you expect?
I am expecting Gen 4 to return, but I do hope that they are making a sequel Generation 4 instead of a remake, which would be
So kinda like-
I've always felt like the Gen 4 wasn't like, well, was it always had like an open spot for development. There was a lot of legendaries, for example, that or mythicals that was left out. You cannot catch Arceus, Darkrai, who else is on this list? Shaman, without having like a what's it
Isn't
called?
that just
An
every
action
generation
requirement.
of Pokemon now, though? That
Yeah.
they just release a
And
load of Pokemon. They're like, you can't catch them. Here, let's just tack them in a movie and give you a card to catch them.
Like
Let's not get started on that because I'll rage a lot. But...
Like having a Pokemon game of Arceus being the mascot is then instead of Giratina, Palkia, Delga, or maybe go for even further beyond that, having a Darkrai version and a Cresselia version, for example. For me, it would have sounded really cool, and it would be new for. It would be new for, if they call it Diamond and Pearl 2, it wouldn't be that good. But if they call it something new, and kind of is a sequel and a beginner for players, that would be top notch.
So is that what you want, or is that what you're expecting?
I'm expecting a Gen 4 remake, but I hope for a sequel.
Okay, you hope for the sequel.
If we're
Yeah,
going
okay.
with what I hope, I would love to see like a complete XY or XZ, like, or you mean X? Yeah, or like Z, like Gen 6 remakes. Like, I'd love to see that in a more complete form, because then you can actually like, because Gen 6 overall just felt very unfinished, and I would just love for that game to be complete, So that's what I would hope for.
That was the first game that broke the cycle of not having a third game, wasn't it? Because Black and White 2, I know they didn't have like it wasn't a third game, but it was a sequel.
It's the only one that doesn't actually have like a sequel game.
Oh yeah, of course, because Sun, Ultra, and Ultimate. Yeah, that's well weird. Why did
Yeah.
they just didn't like Gen 6? I don't know.
Because Gen
never
6 had
even-
an upswing again
Yeah.
after Black and White.
Well, there was
So
some
it's literally really weird.
there were some really interesting leaks that came out where it was actually planned that they would do sequel games, like legit sequel games, and they called it like, the anime called it like XYZ, or so it would have been like XZ or YZ, and it would have been a sequel, but because of the projection of how bad Black and White 2 did, they just scrapped it, and that's
Oh wow.
part rumor, but then there's also evidence of like that being in the data mine of the Sun and Moon leaks that came out. So I really don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not, but it's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I hadn't heard about that at all.
Yeah.
I don't. So that's what you want, right, Samurai? Because I think we can all agree that I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, no, it's what I want. I'm very straightforward in saying that's what I want, but I don't think that's
that
gonna
would be
happen.
sick. I agree.
Yeah.
What about you, Mod?
What I expect, Gen 4 remake. What I hope for, I kind of hope for a new series, like a new game, that's complete. No DLC, but that's not gonna happen.
See you in like 4 years then.
Yeah. So, I just wanted a new game because Sword and Shield was a letdown for me personally.
Yeah.
I never even beaten it yet technically because I nuzlocked it first attempt and I got to I already forget the name of the dragon. But
Eternatus, yeah.
I got to and that's where I wiped. I was like, nah, this game, nah, done. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of whatever. I still can't say his name. You just said it, and I don't know how to say his name.
Eternatus.
Eternity or whatever.
yeah, I even have like 4 Pokemon tins of him, and I don't even know how to say his name.
I freaking love it though. It's a poison dragon, and poison's my favorite type. So in that sense,
I think the
love
typing's
it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whatever. All right, next question. So, if you were a real life Pokemon trainer,
What do you mean?
what would your team of 6 Pokemon be?
Oh,
That's
no!
so hard.
So let's go.
Backs it out first.
I would go.
Do you want me to go or? Well, you
Anyone-
guys,
anyone but
first. You go first, Mod.
okay, you guys think while I go, so you don't have to hear me out. Just think your teams through, because I know this is a pretty tough question.
Can we pause? Can it be any Pokemon? We don't have to stick to a type.
Any Pokemon.
Okay, okay.
Obviously, you know, obviously you want your team to be diverse to beat everyone, right?
Cool.
We're not some four-head gym leader.
We're a blue, is what you're saying. We're a
Yeah, we're blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I already like outsourced to get some artwork done for me and my team, so I already have an idea of what it would be. It's not the most ideal team, but it's like my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I need to see that.
So Raichu, Snorlax, Blissey, Mew, Ludicolo, and Milotic. Those are my 6.
That's a solid team. Damn.
Just because like I love their designs, I just those Pokemon resonate with me because I'm Gen 3 and usually under, so nothing really new. That's who I am. I'm old school.
Oh man.
What's going through my mind right now is like, you know, if you have like an acceptance speech for something like massive, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna thank like your mom, dad, and then there's like a list of people that you know you have to thank, and you can't really think of some. You're probably gonna forget one of them, and then you're gonna afterwards, when you walk off the stage, you're gonna be like, oh no, I forgot this one. This one was my favorite. Why did I forget to thank this? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, I know that there's gonna be one Pokemon that after the pod I'll be like, no, they need to be on my team. And I'm just trying desperately not to miss anyone. I'm hopefully stalling for one of you two to have decided your team. So
one of you guys just has to go for it. Just
All right,
make
all right.
picks.
I got my team ready. All right.
Let's go.
I got a pick.
Roselia.
Okay. No.
Roserade, my bad.
Roselia!
All right.
My
Pikachu!
bad.
It's Pokemon. I am the grass type gym leader. Listen up. I've already thought
no.
this through before the question was asked.
Oh my gosh.
First Pokemon, Roserade. Second Pokemon, Roserade. Third Pokemon, oh man. I'm gonna
I didn't
go
see
for
this coming.
Roserade and Roserade. That's my team of 6.
I didn't see
Oh,
that
I
coming.
I'm
You throwing a Roselia, dude?
You didn't even throw in a
I'm not
Beedrill.
even-
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, dude.
Nope.
Gotta have a Beedrill.
Nope.
Okay. So
What a
for
team. What a cop-out.
such a cop out.
Go on, Samurai, go on.
All right, so my team would be. It's probably gonna be as basic as Levi's, but it would be a Samurott, a Charizard, Snorlax as well, because Snorlax is like legitimately one of my favorite Pokemon. I probably would go with Toxtricity. It's
Nice.
really one of my favorite like Gen 8 Pokemon that was.
I love the design on
introduced.
it.
Yeah, it's so cool. Oh gosh, probably. You know what? This Pokemon doesn't get enough love. Jumpluff. And
I love Jumpluff.
Yeah, Jumpluff is pretty legit.
I speak, I'm in trouble. I speak, I'm in trouble.
I know. And then probably the best evolution ever, Espeon.
Hot take.
Yeah, it's my
That's a hot
opinion
take.
for sure.
And nothing to
I kind of agree with you on that, Loki. With
My Umbreon
the
will poop
Espeon.
on you guys.
I don't know, man. Espeon can learn fairy type moves as well. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I'm not accustomed to that crap.
that crap that was announced that was literally 5 years ago or something.
Yeah, I'm outdated.
Oh god.
Pressure's
Okay.
on.
So my boy Trico has to be right. I don't care about it not. Why would it not be a Sceptile? It's a Trico. Okay.
Truly our Ash Ketchum.
Exactly.
Ash has a Sceptile though. Just saying.
I know, but he just doesn't-
no, I
he's
mean he's
notorious
my
for not
starter.
evolving
He's
Pokemon, yeah.
yeah, he's my Pikachu, right? Then I have to go with do I go with? I have to go with Toxicroak. I have to get at least some evolutions in there. Okay, we'll go with Toxicroak.
Interesting.
That's a good one.
Then Mamoswine. I can't go with all Gen 4, can I? Because I wanted to say Garchomp next, but I'm gonna go Elekatros. I never know how to say his name, but I love the design. I like the fact that he's a levitate electric type. Charizard, I'll just be. Wait, how many have I done? I've got 5 fingers up, but I think I've done 4. This is
You've
my
done
5th
5.
Charizard?
Yeah, you did 5.
Okay. Yeah, I said Bulbasaur, didn't I? And then I'm just trying to think of a water type. I don't, oh no. Go with bloody the Froggy Boy.
Politoed?
Froakie?
Froakie, but
Greninja.
Greninja. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I just couldn't think of the word Greninja. Holy. Yeah,
I'm
alright,
so
there we
old
go.
school for thinking Politoed.
I mean, Politoed is epic as well. I can already see myself literally in like 5 minutes being like, oh no, wait, I need to change this Pokemon for this Pokemon. I'm gonna hate my list.
It's too late, man.
Yeah,
It's too
Caanths
late. It's already set in stone.
Caanths just activated Perish Song.
On myself, yeah. I think like every time that I think of really creative Pokemon designs, I like Gen 4 is the first thing that comes into my mind. Like I love all the new mons that were added in Gen 4. It's the one of the best. Oh no, Darmanitan! Okay, Darmanitan's definitely
Here
in
we
my
go.
team. Who do we get rid of? Oh no! The list is done, boys. I can't do it.
You can't.
Oh, Darmanitan, I'm sorry.
Oh, poor
While you
Caanths.
bathe in your sorrows, we're gonna switch topics here. All right, now sticking with these fun questions. If you can permanently delete one generation from Pokemon, what would it be?
3.
Didn't see that coming.
5.
Why, Sarah?
I'm just not a fan of Gen 3. Like,
Wait, that wasn't a joke!
No, it's
It
not.
wasn't a
Oh,
joke, dude.
no!
Yeah, you're the newest person in the group. You actually don't know.
You don't like Gen 3!
No, I don't.
I know
I
you
know, I
didn't
thought
like
it was
playing
impossible.
through it, but I didn't realize it was to do with the Mons.
No, it's not really the Mons. I think it's more the structure and just it was kind of around that time in my life where I was getting really, like, very much picked on for liking Pokemon. So in a sense, it kind of like, I don't know. It has some personal stuff to it, but then overall, I just didn't like the game.
Sure.
But yeah, that's my.
When
just
Mod
me.
said it, I was imagining it was deleting a gen of Pokemon. I don't know why I didn't think of like the whole gen. That's why I reacted so strongly. I can respect your judgments if it's
Nah,
not just
like
based
I
on
love
Pokemon.
Mudkip.
Okay.
Mudkip's great. Mudkip can stay forever.
Yeah. Okay. That's I'm calm. I'm calm now. Still don't have an answer though.
For me, it's Gen 7. That wasn't the game that I liked a lot. There was a lot of dialogue. I liked the story part of it, but I didn't like the gameplay part of it. Everything from for forgettable soundtrack, which is something that I've cherished a lot of the years of Pokemon, and the gameplay never hit the way it should with me.
Fair.
Ants?
It's between 7 and 6 for me. But I think 6 is just under 7 because I quite like the. So if we get rid of the generation, does that get rid of all the Pokemon that came with that generation, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So I quite like Generation 7's Pokemon designs. There's a lot of Pokemon from Generation 7 that I actually really, really like. And apart from Greninja, I'm struggling to think of, not even think of good ones. I'm struggling to think of any Gen 6 Pokemon. That's how memorable they are. And I, as well as like the gym leaders and the difficulty and how the world feels like an adventure and all that kind of stuff. My main thing is like, are the Pokemon cool though? And that's not. I feel like Gen 6. The answer is just no. Megas are all right. It would be a shame to see them go. They're the best addition that we've had since they started doing that. Like Megas was sick, and then Z moves. Why did they exist? And then Dynamax is all right. The Mega, the Dynamax thing you were describing in the cave sounds cool, but that's about it.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone complain about Megas, like, ever.
Yeah, I mean, there was people when it got announced, they were like, "Oh, this is Digimon,"
Yeah.
and then
I
it got
remember that.
released. and it was like, oh, this is actually sick. Let's not pretend it's Digimon. It's this Pokemon now because it's cool.
Yeah.
There were certain megas that didn't need megas though. I love the addition of Mawile, Mega Mawile, Mega Sableye, for example. Superb. But like Mega Garchomp,
Mega Beedrill.
Mega Charizards.
Don't you dare say Mega Ampharos.
Mega Beedrill is fine. Mega Ampharos is fine. There's like
Okay, good. Those luscious locks that are necessary, I have you know.
Because the bringing those Pokemon that was a low tier to like mid or high tier, I love that addition. And the thing of actually switching the ability mid battle. One thing that I that I thought of one day, why can't Pokemon evolve during a battle like they do in, for example, Temtem, which has come out?
Oh, true. I would have said
Well,
that they don't have the technology or the capabilities of doing that, but then Temtem proves that wrong.
That is a game changer.
Yeah, because that happens all the time in anime as well. It's like super clutch, right? Like for example,
It's a
if you
very
have a
cool moment that in animes, and you'd think they would have implemented it a little bit, like or at least considered it. It doesn't seem like they have.
Yeah, like example for Gen 3, like Roxanne fight. If you're just an Emerald, the level cap is 15, right? Well, if I know I can evolve mid-fight, I would go in level 15, but my XP bar is almost 16. So like, I take out one Geodude and I evolve, and I'm just like, I'm chilling. But I mean, that's a game changer.
But then you want to get that sick animation. It would just like, I don't know how that would work with those. I don't know. It would be so cool to see implemented, but I just don't know if Pokemon could pull that off.
Yeah.
Well, they're struggling.
Well,
to
they have the money to. It's just
they have they have.
Dude,
the
they
money.
can't even do follow Pokemon right no more.
Oh mate, I saw that about
That's right.
what's his name, Reggie Eliki, whatever, however you say it.
Oh yeah.
Like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, and that's
probably
supposed to be the fastest Pokemon in the game now.
Wait, actually, is it?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
fast in
legitly,
game?
it's like legitly supposed to be the fastest Pokemon, like just stat wise.
That's- and it walks. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Ross?
Oh,
No, I haven't.
It walks literally at like snail space. I don't know if they've snail space apparently snail's pace. I don't know if they've updated it since.
No.
But if you choose it to follow you in the DLC, it lags behind you by like miles. It's just like back where you started when you're at wherever you need to go to.
Is that like a glitch or something?
No, that's all the
design?
Pokemon. It's by design.
But that's
but-
all of them.
Yeah, it's all of them. All of them.
Oh my.
Either
I thought it
they
was just that
all
one.
are. Yeah, no. All of them either like lag, or there's Pokemon like Cinderace. That Pokemon will speed up to you. It will stop when it catches up to you, and then it will like slowly start running, and then like run full speed, and then stop. It's like
Oh, so like it really jittery, like it's running and then stop and then running and then stop. Oh, that's-
yeah. Which that I would have assumed that would have been Regieleki as well, but I guess it's not.
So weird, man.
Seriously.
And then there's a moderator out there who has fixed this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
both
that's
with-
how I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, with both the speed and the size of Pokemon in battle and
Yeah.
outside of battle. So
The speed one with the Reggie Eliki or whatever following him, he literally like fixed it on stream in I
Yeah.
think he did it in like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Like on stream, he was like, I'm not even like a professional like coder or whatever. He's like, I'm just learning and I figured out how to do it.
That says it all.
Yep,
It
I know.
does.
And then there's the Wingles, like
The
And
T-Bows
that's
and
why
Wingles
I'm
are
deleting
fine.
Gen 8.
you
ya.
deleting. I mean, yeah, fair. I
See ya,
agree.
DLC. You never happened. See ya.
No.
Not that
See ya,
it matters.
Pokemon Home. See ya.
No, but that as well. They
There's
don't.
not many arguments from me there, I'd say.
They don't update their main game either. I mean, why can't
Oh,
I
yeah.
follow the Pokemon in the wild area too?
Yet they add Zapdos as an overworld encounter to chase in the main game wild area, but they will not update the game to where you can allow your Pokemon to follow you. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, so they've made an alteration to the main game via DLC,
mm-hmm.
and they haven't. But that's the only alteration they've made. They've not done all the other cool things that they could have done that would just literally be a copy and paste then.
Yeah.
Like they've shown the capabilities to be able to affect the main game with DLC.
Let me also-
They just shot themselves in the foot, then, haven't they? Why would they do that?
Let me also say they fixed the tree textures in the DLC, but not in the main game.
Stop. Stop.
That's
quite the treat.
Stop.
He's already dead. He's already dead. Stone.
They just don't.
Yeah, no, they don't have the good root system.
Boys, I've got a name for the podcast.
What?
4 guys shit talk Pokemon. There we go.
Nah, because that's not going to be an
man.
everyday thing.
4 guys shooting the shit.
There we go.
I gotta make
guys,
it PG-13 now.
Yeah, I forgot. I'll try and stop.
I'll bleep it out. I'll learn how to do that.
I'll learn how to.
All right, but we hit the 40-minute mark, so it was perfect because I just ran out of questions too.
Amazing.
So, closing remarks, anyone?
Slightly. Wait, no. Can I add one like a 5-minute topic?
Sure.
Okay. Mainly because I wanted to talk to you about this anyway, Mod. I bought a Vivid Voltage pack, the box, the other day. And opened
Booster
it on
box.
stream. Yeah, a whole booster box, 36 packs.
Okay.
And got some sick pulls, and I just wanted to get your opinions on them and what you think about because I was talking to some people in chat and they were saying if I should sell or if I should hold, and I don't know. I got this secret rare Leon.
Oh my god, okay.
That's cool.
Which is apparently worth like 40 quid now, which is stonks.
Mhm.
I also got the full art trainer of him, which is exactly the same thing, just not in secret rare, which is worth about the same, which is weird that the full art is.
It might be because it's playable. I don't know.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't even.
This
I
set's
forget
gonna
that
be-
people play this game, and I'm just here like
yeah.
pretty cards. And then I got amazing rares, which are like new with this set. Is that right?
Oh, which ones?
I got both of the box legendaries
Nice. That's so cool, the new amazing rares.
and bloody Rayquaza. Let's go.
Oh, that's the one I want. so
I
much.
know, it's so sick. It was like the second pack I opened had it in. And I was like,
You got
what is
3
this?
amazing rares in one booster box?
Yep.
Wow.
And I also got Lugia Hollow, which I was very excited about because Lugia.
Oh, nice.
Lugia on the team! No! Lugia needs to be on the team! Oh god, there's probably so many more. Oh
Where's
no.
what about the onion though?
What about the? Oh yeah, the onion fairy. Of course,
The onion fairy has to be in the team.
Oh, what about
but, like-
Lumbre?
Lombre, yeah.
Lumbre. Tequila.
Tequila, the
Oh,
Lombre.
boy.
But so,
That
and
is
then
funny.
these are all of the hollows and Z cards that I got. I got like
Dang.
loads. I got like
Wow. Yeah, you got a good box.
an insane box. I watched my mate pull open a box. I was like, you should do a live stream of it. He's like, no, but I'll just video call you and show you. So I was like, it was a 1-person stream. It was great. And he got 12 hollows in total, like including the V's and stuff. And I
Dang.
got like 16. I was like, how I don't know how did
You
that
got the God box, dude.
got the God box. Let's go.
All right, so I guess my advice would be, all right, well, I need to ask you a question. Like, what is your plan with these cards? Like, are you trying to collect or are you trying to...
I want cards that I like that are cool. So I like Lugia and I like the amazing rare Rayquaza.
Okay.
The rest I'm not too keen on. I couldn't care really.
Okay, so I think right now prices are inflated because a reprint of Vivid Voltage isn't happening till right before Christmas.
That's
We-
what I was thinking. So I didn't know if it was good to sell now because of that or not.
I think it's good to sell now. Regardless, if you didn't and you held on to them for a while, like we're talking a few years, then it would still be good. But the prices are going to drop for a little bit once the reprint happens, but that's
Yeah.
not for another month-ish. So you have time to sell, but if I would sell, if you're looking to, like, I would do it now. before
Okay,
it-
I will literally do it after this podcast. I will take pictures on eBay and post it.
Make sure you
Amazing.
put the in the title mint condition.
Yes. They went straight in sleeves, and I've even got semi-rigids for the big boys. So
There you go. Yep.
Thank you, Mod.
That's my take, yeah.
I don't even know if that's going in the pod. I just wanted to ask you.
No, yeah, I was debating talking about trading card game, but I was like, nah. I mean, there's a lot of that's a whole nother 2-hour
Yeah,
topic.
it would have been a big topic. That's why I was like, quick, look at these cards.
That's my take. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I dabble in investing in the TCG game and also collecting. So, yeah.
I don't know how much Samurai and Levi like the cards and that kind of stuff, but
They
definitely
both have
down to
open
it.
packs on stream.
Yeah,
so
no, I like
think they
collecting.
Ooh.
I like collecting. I just haven't had the finances to buy any more lately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd love to do a stream talking about Pokemon cards specifically and find out all the ins and outs and stuff because I'm kind of new to it all and it's all very exciting and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think next year is going to be a big year for it too because it's going to be the 25th anniversary of Pokemon.
Let's go.
Ooh.
So- Expecting big things.
Yeah,
Thanks.
very pog.
Yep. All right, but closing remarks. Anyone? Levi?
Bye, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and please like this video if you liked the video, and stuff like that. Yeah, nice.
That's good.
That's good.
On that note, bye YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
And cutscene.
And
Nice.
Oh.